Hey guys, and welcome into another reaction of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We are on season 1, episode 4. This one is titled Teacher's Pet, which if you watched the end of my last reaction, my guess with this one is we're going to see a werewolf or some sort of transfiguring human, right? Teacher's pet, it's got to be literal. That's got to be a play on words. I'm so excited to get into this next episode. I've been loving this show so much already based off of just the first 3 episodes. I am so grateful for you guys finding me and enjoying my reactions. I wanted to add, as far as moderators, I did say my mom was going to help out with moderating the comments. My little sister Grace is also helping with moderating the comments, but for some reason we're having like technical difficulties where for my sister, my mom hasn't been able to get to it yet, but my sister has. But for some reason, even though I gave my sister permission to delete comments, she should be able to, it keeps on giving her an error and the delete option keeps disappearing for her. So I haven't been able to look at comments in a while, but hopefully they're going to just keep trying and eventually I'll be able to look at comments. So please continue to leave them so that I can see what you guys are thinking. Before we get into today's episode, I did want to mention that I have a Patreon for those of you who would like to support me over there. It is a huge help for the reactor YouTubers specifically because of copyright issues. I do have my full reactions over there, my full reaction footage, and I help you guys get synced up with your own streaming of the show. If you'd like to watch along with the full episode with me, that is available over there along with other bonus content. But if you are not interested in that, let's go ahead and get into our YouTube edited version of episode 4, Teacher's Pet.
She is the Slayer.
Will I ever get used to that little fun intro? Oh my god. Is this a dream? This has got to be a dream. It's giving dream.
May I cut in?
This is Xander's dream. He's gonna finish it with a guitar solo. That's so funny.
You're drooling. Xander.
If you read the homework, you should know the 2 ways that ants communicate.
Through their feelers, their their hands, right?
Touch. And
Oh.
BO.
Thank God someone finally found the courage to mention that.
Can I see you for a moment? You got any extra problems at your last school?
Well, what teenager doesn't?
Burned down the gymnasium?
Everyone's so obsessed
Principal
with that.
Flutie showed me your permanent record. And please don't listen to the principal or anyone else's negative opinion about you. Let's make them eat that permanent record.
Oh, I got so defensive so quick when he brought up her permanent record because everyone seems to, especially the principal. And I'm just like, can we stop harping on her past? She has been perfectly fine here. But this is so cool that, oh no. Why are we still watching him though? Is he evil? I swear to God. He seemed so nice. Please don't be evil. Or is he about to die? Please don't die or be evil. Come on. No, he's the only cool teacher. Great. Don't tell me that was a giant ant. I don't know why. I feel like that doesn't happen anymore in TV where, they were teaching them about ants and then a giant ant is the monster. There's always parallels between what they're doing in school versus what's happening with their real personal life problems, or in this case, monster problems. Maybe I'm just not watching the right TV shows, but I feel like that just doesn't happen anymore. The Bronze, right? The one cool place in Sunnydale, according to Cordelia.
Girls really gotta have something to go with me.
Something like a lobotomy?
Xander, how many times you scored?
Are we talking today or the whole week?
Don't lie. Come on.
Ooh, duty calls.
Hey!
What are you doing?
Work with me here. Blaine had the nerve to question my manliness. I'm just gonna give him a visual.
We'll show him.
Aww. I like that they go with it.
Who's that?
Must be Angel.
How did I forget about Angel?
That weird guy that wondered about all the vampires?
I don't think he was in the last episode, and I totally forgot about him.
She never said anything about him being buff.
Oh, Xander, calm
Think he's
down.
buff?
Calm
He's a very
down.
attractive man. How come that never came up?
You'll just give me a cryptic warning about some exciting new catastrophe and then disappear into the night.
Be like,
Cold.
make sure to set out Aunt.
Mean. Look cold.
He's wearing, I have a thing for those types of tanks. I love when guys wear those. Don't judge me. Oh no. He's got a necklace.
I didn't pay attention.
To somebody with a big fork?
He's coming.
The fork guy.
Don't let him corner you. He'll rip your throat out.
Okay, I'll give you improved marks for that one. Ripping the throat out, it's a strong visual, it's not cryptic.
I can't wait for the day that he opens up to us. Because, yeah, he is still very, very mysterious and cryptic, and it totally works for him, but it's only going to work for so long.
Guess what I just heard in the office? No Dr. Gregory today.
Yeah, he was eaten up by a giant ant. Who is this? Oh. This has got to be his replacement. All right, I'm so sorry that I thought that our OG teacher was evil. She's got to be the evil one. She's got the face and the smirk of an evil person. And anyone who's like new in Sunnydale, probably evil.
It's not far from the varsity field where I took all city last year.
Oh, thank you, Blaine.
It's so cringe when high school students try to shoot their shot with teachers. I feel like that's another big 90s thing. It's not cool to joke about that nowadays, as it shouldn't be, because it's just creepy. But it's another thing with older shows, the guys are always going for the hot young teacher.
Dr. Gregory dropped his glasses. Why wouldn't he pick them up?
Got eaten up. Also, he's literally missing and the police didn't come and didn't investigate his classroom and find his glasses.
The praying mantis is a fascinating creature.
She's a praying mantis. She's a praying mantis.
Well, the words bug ugly kind of spring to mind.
There is nothing ugly about these unique
She's a
creatures.
praying mantis. She did not just get offended.
The female is larger and more aggressive than the male.
Nothing wrong with an aggressive female.
We should make some model egg sacs for the science fair. Who would like to help me do that after school?
Every guy's hand goes up. So she used, did we get his name? I wish I wrote down his name, but OG teacher, I'm just gonna call him OG teacher. She used him to fertilize eggs.
His head! His head! Oh my god, where's his head?
Who'd want to hurt Dr. Gregory?
Dr. Gregory.
He didn't have any enemies on the staff that I'm aware of. He was a civilized man.
Well, we're gonna find out who
he's
did
crying.
this. We'll find them and we'll stop them.
And Dr. Gregory's blood wasn't drained.
So there's something else out there besides Silverware Man?
Always.
Oh, this is fun. We're on Monster Island.
Welcome to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Where are we? So dark. Oh my god, this must be the substitute teacher. Wow, just one look and he's off to the sewers. You know, I don't even really know what a praying mantis is. It's an insect. And I think I can see it in my head, but I'm not sure if I'm seeing it correctly in my head.
You saw Dr. Gregory, didn't you?
You mean yesterday in the cafeteria when we found him?
Don't say that. You have to see a counselor. Everyone who saw the body has to see a crisis counselor.
But I really
That's
don't.
good.
We all need help with our feelings. You have to talk to a counselor and start the healing. You have to heal.
No, Mr. Flutie, I don't.
Heal.
The sentiment is great. He didn't pull it off very smoothly.
Let's just say I haven't been able to eat a thing since yesterday. I think I lost 7.5 ounces. Way swifter than that so-called diet that Quack put me on. When tragedy strikes, we have to look on the bright side. You know? Like how even used Mercedes still have leather seats.
Okay, Cordelia. Every single thing she says makes me laugh.
I think you meant pollination for number 14.
Okay, you did not need to get up on him to say that.
I'll see you here after school.
Maybe she didn't use Dr. Gregory to, sorry, that one really, the whole head twist took it out of me. Okay, maybe she didn't, use Dr. Gregory for the what's it called? To have babies. What's that called? Make eggs. Maybe she's trying to go after, like, one of these high school kids. It's even creepier.
Hi.
Oh,
Here we
hi.
go.
I was just
I'm about to be
grabbing
so
a snack.
uncomfortable, I just know it.
I don't suppose you'd like to come to my place tonight to work on it there.
No, Xander.
7:30? Here's my address.
So she's a praying mantis, murderer, and a creep. I do not want to see footage of her eating that. I don't want to hear the crunch. Don't make me hear that crunch. Ugh.
Buffy 911. Blaine's mom called the school. He never came home last night.
The boy who worked with Miss French yesterday.
I'm gonna have to tell you something about her, and I'm gonna need you to really listen, okay?
Really listen, Xander.
Okay.
I don't think she's human.
I see. So if she's not human, she's...
Technically, a big bug.
I've met someone, and you're jealous.
What?
Look, there's nothing I can do about it. There's just a certain chemical thing between Miss French and me. How does that maybe for you to conceive? An actual woman finds me attractive.
Xander.
I realize it's no mystery guy handing out leather jackets. And while we're on the subject, what kind of a girly name is Angel anyway?
What does that have to do?
Nothing. It just kind of bugs me.
Oh, God. She's serving him... jail.
Martini?
No. He's 16.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like something else?
She drugged him.
Have you ever been with a woman before?
This is so uncomfortable.
You mean like in the same room? Yeah, there was several. I mean, and quite a few times. No.
I know. I can tell.
Do you hear?
No.
It sounds like someone crying.
Literally Blaine in the basement.
Do you hear?
Would you like to touch me with those hands?
Really serrated.
Sir, are you seeing this?
Martini, I really think I have to.
Oh my God, she did full on drug him. I can't believe, where is Buffy? Come get your man. I should say that about Willow. Willow, come get your man.
Miss French?
You're really gonna still call her that.
Please, call me Natalie.
Xander is not in any immediate danger. I saw him leave school. He's probably safe at home.
Oh my
right
God,
now.
that's right, because he didn't even tell her that he's meeting her tonight.
What did she do?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
What did she do?
Blaine! What did she do?
And these eggs come shooting out of her. And then...
What?
And then...
Then what?
She mates with you.
Wait.
She...
That's not the worst part. Right in the middle of... I saw her do it. I don't want to die like that.
Appears in many cultures. The Greek sirens, the Celtic sea maidens who tore the living flesh from the bones of...
Giles, while we're young.
God.
Hey, all right, now I can get out of my cage. Into yours. What'd you do that
Oh,
for?
yay.
Weapon.
Getting the address.
Great. Giles?
Everything just takes so much longer in the 90s.
Oh, God. He did that. He broke the cage. Take him, not me. Take him.
Dude. We're trying to help you too. You gotta help us. We're a team here.
Hello, dear.
What the
I
heck?
thought I heard. Are you selling something?
She is using
I'd
someone
like to
else's
help you
identity.
out, but
Natalie French, the substitute biology teacher.
goodness, that's me. I taught for over 30 years.
She's Miss French's records to get into the school. She could be anywhere.
No, dear.
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
She's doing eeny meeny on him.
Mine.
No, that's not funny. It's not funny.
Mo?
Get her, Xander. Okay, you gotta keep going. You can't just do a whack and run. Great.
What? What's happening?
How do you like your eggs, bro? Over easy or sunny side up?
Dude, how are you making jokes?
She's gonna lay some.
You.
Me. Come on.
Is that guy just like a...
Which house
what
is it?
is this guy?
I know you're afraid of her. I saw you.
Is he just a vampire?
Kiss me. Kiss me. Can I say one thing? Help!
Thank God.
Hey, over here, hello, in the cage.
He scarfed his head. Yeah, well, he taught me. You do your homework, you learn stuff.
Aww.
Like what happens to your nervous system when you hear this.
Extremely important to file, not simply
Oh my God.
Giles!
It's the wrong
Oh
side.
no. See, you can't do a whack and run. You gotta whack, 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 whack. Buffy gets it. She would totally survive any horror movie.
Just for the record, you were right. I'm an idiot, and God bless you.
Good. Now listen to us from now on, Xander.
So unfair how she only went after virgins.
What?
Anybody repeats this to anybody, they're gonna find themselves facing a lawsuit.
Cue the guitar solo.
Of course, it would make things easier if I knew how to get in touch with you.
I'll be around.
Come on.
Or who you were.
Come on.
Anyway, you can have your jacket back.
It looks better on you.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Are we never gonna find his head though? Oh no. Oh. Great. Dr. Gregory. Literally, her own mother is judging her past. I mean, moms do that, and because they want the best for you, right? But her own mother is judging what went down at her old school. The principal's on her all the time about the old school. I'm guessing all of these teachers are somewhat in on her and like judge her for her past. And then we get Dr. Gregory, who is like, let's prove him wrong. We need a teacher like that, and I really hope that his replacement didn't seem that great. Like, he was just like 6 pages for your paper. Like, he doesn't seem like he is the type to connect with students. I guess we have Giles for that. I feel like I love when shows, it's really another common trope for older shows. By older, I mean like probably like 80s, 90s. I feel like it was a really common trope to always have a mentor of some kind. I read this somewhere at some point, how shows always had an older presence among the cast who was like a mentor to the rest of the younger cast. And I think Friends was one of the first successful shows to step out of that formula and just focus on like a young cast without them having to have like a mentor as like a side character, like a major side character. But Giles is definitely the like older parental figure to our cast of main characters. And I do enjoy that. Like, I like having him there as guidance for these teens, because like it's just nice to see, especially when we don't know. I'm just not thinking about it. We don't know anything about Willow or Xander's home life, like what their families are like, which I hope we get into that. But Buffy doesn't have a present father, and I'm surprised they haven't gotten into that either yet, because I don't think he's I feel like if he was dead, we would have been told that, and it would be like a major part of her character. But we haven't heard about the father, and also I'm just gonna guess that he's an absent father. Which, now that I think about it, he's probably gonna like show up down the road for sure if he's not dead. Probably as a monster. Oh god. And it's gonna be like a big reveal, like, Luke, I'm your father. It's gonna be like one of those things. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked thinking about a million things, because I'm always thinking about a million things with this show, because it just gives me so much to work with. What was I saying? So I'm really upset about Dr. Gregory being gone, because even though we do have Giles as like this nice older mentor, and he is just the librarian, right? I don't know. I think it would be cool to also have like a cool teacher to be able to touch base with, even more just for more personal problems, because like Giles is our like monster hunter go-to guidance guy. He's just, you know, he's literally, what do they call him? I forget what he's called already, but I definitely wrote it down, I think. Because she's the Slayer. Oh, he's a watcher, right? So, you know, we have like the whole Slayer-watcher relationship going, which I can tell, I feel like they're going to build, like, as the relationship continues to build, he's going to become more and more emotionally available to them if they should need it in like a parental way. That would be nice to see. I was really excited when in like the 1 minute, 60 seconds where I thought maybe we were going to get this new cool teacher, Dr. Gregory, because when he praised Buffy and was like, hey, I'm on your side, like I don't judge your past, I'm like, oh, this would be so great to have like a go-to contact of like an older person who is emotionally available for like our regular high school troubles, you know? Because she can't go to her mom with that kind of stuff. Her mom barely even realized that she was going to like try out for the cheerleading. Like, her mom's not available to talk things out right now. So I was like, oh, that would be really nice to have like an emotional support contact of an older figure. But then he died like 2 minutes later. So that dream of mine went out the window. Yeah, I don't know. I need to not get attached to new characters per episode because it's very likely that they're going to die in the same episode. So I'm going to try not to get attached to characters anymore. And not even just in a Dr. Gregory, he's dead in the same episode type of way, but also I'm afraid to get attached to characters because in this episode, there was no Amy, just like I feared. Which is possible that she'll still be around and come back in future episodes, but I don't know. I was just like, Amy's story in the last episode was so interesting to me that I was hoping to see her come back, and she's one of those characters that I'd love to see grow as a character. And the same type of formula happened with Blaine for me in this episode, where we didn't get anywhere near as much of a backstory on Blaine as we did with Amy in the previous episode, but he went through something extremely traumatizing. If I'm not mistaken, he was literally raped by a praying mantis. Like, can we let that sink in? I don't know, but at the end of the episode, he was more concerned about like them spreading the word that he was a virgin, and I'm like, dude, you should have like incredible trauma from what just happened between you and this giant praying mantis. Like, are you okay? But the show isn't digging deep into that type of trauma when it comes to Monster of the Week type of episodes, I guess, because that's another thing that I really wanted to see Amy for again, is like, she just went through something extremely traumatic, and I love seeing characters process trauma. I guess I'm just realizing that right now. Like, I like seeing the aftermath of these types of events, but we didn't really get to see it with Amy. Like, by the end of the episode, she was just happy to have her dad back, and she was good again. And by the end of this episode, Blaine was just like, oh, well, don't tell me when I was a virgin. I'm like, you need to go to see a psychologist. That's just the way that the show is handling it. So it's not like I'm going to be like, I can't believe they're not handling these characters correctly based on what they've been through. Like, I'm not going to harp on it in that way. But it is just one of those things where my brain immediately wants to latch onto these characters and see how they process from here, just because I'm such a character-driven person when it comes to shows. So it's hard for me to like get introduced to all these different characters in these different episodes and get like crazy stories out of them and then never see them again. Like, I want to attach myself to all of these people. Sunnydale feels really real to me. So I don't know. I would like to hopefully still see Amy or Blaine later on. But I'm not gonna, hope too high when it comes to that. We saw Angel again, you guys. How did I literally forget about him? I literally forgot about Angel because he wasn't in the last episode. So I just forgot about him. I can't believe I did because, it's Angel. And Buffy finally seems to, her eyes have opened up to Angel a little bit more in this episode. All he had to do was lend her a jacket and tell her that she looks better in it than he does. And she is hook, line, and sinker, it seems. It seems. It's possible that they won't go that direction, but they definitely set that up in this episode for it to be a possible, story going forward. And it's going to be it's probably going to be a thing for Xander, because obviously Xander just found out about Angel in this episode and he's jealous. And so I'm guessing if Buffy does pursue things with Angel going forward, he's probably going to be like in Willow's ear, like talking about how jealous he is, basically. And that's going to be so hard for Willow to hear because obviously she likes Xander. So I'm just already, poor Willow. But yeah, I'm happy to see Angel back again. He is one of those reoccurring characters that I can rely on coming back because they're clearly setting him up for something special here. I'm rooting for him and Buffy to be a thing. I'm shipping, that's what we say now. I'm shipping Willow and Xander, and I'm shipping Buffy and, what am I saying? Buffy and Angel. Also, nah. I was thinking about it for a second, like what if Buffy's mom and Giles. I don't know about that one. I'm just thinking about all the pairs that could be possible in the show based on who we have so far. I wrote down Dr. Carlisle because I'm not sure if he's going to be a future contact for us. He seems to be like a mentor of sorts for Giles, which is cool that he has places to turn to, or people to turn to, I should say, when he kind of runs short of what he's capable of, or what where his knowledge ends on certain things. This whole episode was weird because, like, Miss French, first of all, the fact that, like, if you really just strip down the episode, it is a 40s, I don't know how old she was, 30s, 40s-year-old woman. We don't know for sure how old she was, but 30s, 40s-year-old woman preying on minors who are virgins. That is twisted. It was tough to watch. I don't know. It was uncomfortable to watch. As always, I'm excited to get into the next one and see where this season goes. Only like 2 episodes away from getting halfway through this first season. I'm so excited to see how it all turns out. I love this show. I don't know what else to say. Do you guys have anything to say about this episode? I hope those boys are okay. Because that's traumatizing. This show's traumatizing. Sunnydale, all of Sunnydale is traumatized, but they always bounce back, so I will see you guys next time.